All right. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. All right, so just to start off, I'm taking a practicum course, so I'm a beginner. So if you decide to continue on with our sessions, I wanted to let you know that since I am a beginner, only talk about things that you feel comfortable talking about. And if it's okay with you, I will be recording the sessions.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's all right with you, I'll continue on with that. But at any point, if you want it turned off, I can turn it off. I'll delete it whenever I can. But like I said, if you're okay with that, I might show it to my class since I'm in my pre-practicum, and I might like produce a transcript of like what goes on in our sessions and give that to my instructor. If you're not okay with it, like that's fine. Just let me know. If you're fine with it, I'll ask you to sign a consent form after we talk about that, and then we can go on from there. But do you have any questions?
No, I think that all sounds fine.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll get started then. Anything that you say will remain confidential, so you have no worries about that. Okay. So I saw from your intake form that you're concerned about motivation, kind of school stuff, work stuff. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I'm in my junior year of college, and I feel like that's kind of a time that's really important. And as far as like finding a job and things like that, I just feel really unmotivated. I'm taking 5 classes, which is standard, and it's not that my classes are hard. I don't feel like putting in the effort to them. It's not that I don't enjoy them. I just don't feel motivated to do anything. A lot of my peers have already had like 5 internships. I've had none. And it's really difficult to try and find one, especially because my major is so specialized since I'm in fashion and textiles. It's pretty difficult to find one in the production area, which is what I'm focusing on. And I know it's not that hard to find one if all these people are finding them. I just am not sure why I can't really motivate myself to try harder, because I feel like that's the issue, that I should be putting myself out there more and trying to find one, but I'm not. And I'm not sure why I'm not able to do that. I have 2 jobs, so I'm really busy. I work all the time. I'm just kind of generally stressed out about everything, and I don't really know how to get on the right track because I feel like I'm just never going to get a real career and I'm going to be stuck working retail for the rest of my life.
Okay. So I hear a lot of different concerns. Let's tackle them one at a time, if that's okay. So I'm hearing that you're really unmotivated. Do you think that your lack of motivation is coming from your stress about not being able to find an internship? Like, do you think that's carrying over into your classes?
Yeah, I think that could be it. And also, like everyone else that I've been talking about that already has so many internships, they're like doing so well in everything. And I feel like they're doing all the same things I am, but like everything's just coming so easy for them. I feel like maybe I'm just not as good as they are.
Okay.
So I feel like why even try?
All right. I'm hearing a lot of frustration. Would you say you're really frustrated with feeling unmotivated, feeling
like
kind of stuck?
Angry at times, but most of the time I just feel kind of like whatever.
Are you kind of over it at this point?
I'm just kind of accepting that I'm not going to be like they are, and I'm not as good as they are. So, oh well.
Well, I like that you're accepting that you're not going to be like them exactly, but I wouldn't say, you're not going to be as good as them. Maybe you're just like, you have different strengths. Maybe you're going to bring different things to the table when you do find an internship. So I think it's good to remember, like, maybe not compare yourself to them exactly. But to go back to your lack of motivation, what are some things in the past that have motivated you to do well?
When I was making good grades, those grades would motivate me. And it's not that I'm making bad grades. They used to motivate me, but now they don't really.
So what I'm hearing is it used to motivate you to make good grades. You wanted like to continue on with that streak, but now it's kind of not really doing the same thing anymore. Okay. So you said you're making good grades, right? You're still making the grades you want.
Freshman and sophomore year I did not do so well, but last year I did really well. first semester this year I did really well, but I kind of am like, why does it matter? Because my GPA doesn't really matter in the end.
Okay.
So now my grades don't really motivate me.
Okay. So is that all that's motivated you throughout college? Just like making good grades?
I mean, not disappointing my parents is also a big part of it because since they pay for my college tuition and everything, I obviously don't want to fail out because they would be upset with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I feel like they don't even really ask me much about my school unless they're saying, "You're not failing, right?" And I'm like, "No."
Okay.
So that's all I need to really tell them.
Yeah. So is most of your motivation having to come from within now? It's not so much like you feel pressure from parents anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more so intrinsic, you would say? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to talk more about your motivation, but you also said that you're working 2 jobs. So tell me a little bit about that.
So I work part-time at the mall.
Okay.
Just at a women's retailer. And then I work at a bridal boutique. Both of them are part-time, but the bridal shop, I definitely work there more. Friday and Saturday, I work from like 9 to 5, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't do much on the weekends because I'm working. And then during the week, I work at the mall. Sometimes my schedule's kind of erratic with that job, but that takes up most of my free time.
Okay. So do you feel like since you're working so much that it's kind of cutting into the time that you have to spend on schoolwork?
No, not really,
No?
because like it takes up most of my free time, but I still have some free time, like enough free time to work on my schoolwork.
Okay.
I just don't care about it.
Okay. So you said you have this fear that you're going to be stuck working in retail for the rest of your life. So do you like your jobs?
I mean, they're okay. They're
Yeah.
not awful. They're much better than being a server or something because I could never do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the people I deal with are really nice, but I don't want to be stuck working that job because it's the same thing every single day.
Yeah.
Like working at the mall or dealing with brides and like that. I don't know. It's not what I want to do with the rest of my life.
So would you say that these jobs like relate to what you want to do?
I mean,
after you graduate?
Yeah, they're kind of relative. Like at the mall, I'm a visual associate, so I like help set the store up and things like that, which isn't really related, but I'm on the path to like keep moving up. So I could be a retail manager, but again, that's not what I want to do because I don't want to work at the mall. And at the bridal shop, that's kind of closer because I think I'm interested in doing something in the bridal field, but what I do there, I really just like help girls try on dresses, kind of like in the old days when people would help girls get dressed. That's literally what I do.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, like I put in orders if it's like a customization that they want to do, which is fun because you're like helping them design their dress, which is more along the lines of what I want to do.
Okay. All right. So that's good that you like your jobs. At least you don't feel stuck in them, I guess. Is there a reason why you work 2 jobs? Like, do you have bills to pay, or is it more just because you want to work 2 jobs?
I mean, it's more like it started off as the desire to like help pay my bills and stuff because my parents, I'm lucky enough that they help me pay for a lot of my things.
Okay.
So it's not that I'm struggling for money or anything. I just like to have money to spend if I need it.
Okay.
And I'm like trying to start saving up money just for the future in case I don't get a good job.
Okay.
Like, that's really where my mind is at.
Okay. So, do you think that the jobs that you have right now could help you find an internship, or did you want to do an internship like completely unrelated to those 2 jobs?
Yeah, I think they could help me find an internship. I just haven't really looked into it enough. Like, I know that my job at the mall, they offer a corporate internship, but it hasn't been posted online, and that's something I could ask my manager about, but I haven't gotten around to it for some reason.
Okay.
I just like don't want to ask, but I should. And then my bridal shop job, I don't really know. I'm sure that could help me with internships, but I've only had that job for a few months now.
Okay.
Since November, so it's still kind of like a new thing.
Okay.
But I'm sure that they both could help in some ways.
So is that something you'd be willing to try? Like, to reach out to them to maybe see if there are some opportunities?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure that my mall job I could do that, but at the bridal shop, I'm pretty sure, like, within the company, no. I think I would just have to use that I work there
as like
at
a
other
reference.
places. Yeah.
Okay. So, do you feel like if you were to find an internship, that would help your motivation with school?
Yeah. I think if I had an internship and I had, like, a set plan for the summer before my senior year, I would feel a lot better about the future, just because I know that in my field, if you have an internship, that can open the door for a career. Like, if you do really well, they'll offer you a full-time position once you graduate, and that's kind of what I'm looking for.
Okay. So is it required within your program to have an internship?
It's not required, but it's, like, really, really encouraged.
Okay. All right. So if you could leave these counseling sessions feeling happy with what has happened within our sessions, what kind of outcome are you looking for, I guess is what I'm asking.
I just want to be able to figure out why I can't push myself to work harder to find an internship when I know getting one is what would make me feel better and more motivated.
Okay. So when we set up kind of like a framework for what we want to do within these sessions, would you say that our top priority would be helping you find the motivation to look for an internship and finding one?
Yeah.
Okay. So after that, let's say we help find this motivation within yourself to find this internship. You're looking and you find one. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So then do you want to focus more on staying motivated with school and making sure that you make the grades that you want?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's go back to the lack of motivation. So since this is your internship is like your main priority right now, what kind of internship would you be happy with?
I want one that's relatively close, just because if I had to relocate, that would be expensive, and I don't really know how I'd pay for that. Like, if it was within the state or, within a few states over, that would be ideal. I don't really want to go to New York, but that's where a lot of the internships are.
Okay.
But I'd like something with a bigger company. I don't really want something small, even though I can't really close that off, just because at this point I need to be open to anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, honestly, anything that's even related to the fashion industry, I would be down for.
Okay. So, since you said there's a lot of internships, like, not close by, does that mean that you'd want to do an internship, like, over the summer? Is that, like, when you have that planned out?
Yeah, that's when I need to do it.
Okay, because I'm guessing it can't interfere with your class load. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, when are you thinking that you're going to graduate?
May of 2018.
May of 2018. Okay. So you want your internship like before then, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay. So does that mean you'd want to do it this summer probably? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you want something with a bigger company. That's what I'm hearing, right? Is there a specific field? Like you said you're in fashion, right? So are you looking to work with like shoes or wedding dresses or?
No, at this point I can't really choose to be that picky. I just want to be able to work on the production side, like design, more of the creative aspect, not so much marketing or anything like that.
So you kind of know like what avenue you want to take and what kind of internship you'd be happy with, but like you said, at this point you can't really be super picky. Have your professors given you any like resources with finding internships?
Yeah, I mean, we have like a little career fair every semester, but to talk to the people there, you have to send in your resume to the dean of the college.
Okay.
And I think I can do that, but like I'm not really interested in any of the companies that come to campus. Like there's a lot of pressure in those just because the dean is looking at you and like everyone is just aware of what you've done, and I don't really like that, but I guess I kind of need to put myself out there and do that anyways. But other than that, he does post like a bulletin board of like internships and things that people have emailed him about.
Okay. So you've looked at that before? And you said there's not really anything on there that you seem interested in?
Yeah, but I guess at this point I need to stop thinking about that and just like apply anyways.
Okay. So right now, the problem with finding an internship is you're kind of just feeling unmotivated looking for one. Like it sounds like you have all the resources that you need, or at least the resources you need to get started with the process.
Yeah.
Right now you're just kind of feeling stuck with like getting the ball rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So I want to assign you some homework to see how we're feeling at the beginning of the next session if you choose to come back, okay? So for homework, I'd like you to do like kind of like a pros and cons list of like finding an internship earlier since this semester just started. What it would be like if you were to get the ball rolling and look for an internship now, since it's still kind of early and you'd have time. So like the pros of finding one now, cons, like if it would interfere with school, for example, or cut time into having a job or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So after you leave here, I want you to kind of do that pros and cons list and get all your resources together if you can, and just kind of sit down and like think about it more and see if that helps you feel a little bit more motivated, because since you've talked about it now, it's going to kind of be in your head a little bit. So it might be easier for you to start looking, maybe. Yeah? Okay. So what do you feel like you're taking away from this session? Do you feel like okay with it? Like, how are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I mean, I feel okay with it. I think I just need to push myself a little more to get it done.
Okay. So do you think this homework might be a little bit beneficial for you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in. I'll see you next week.
Okay.
And we'll talk about your homework assignment a little bit more then, and we'll really see if we can tackle the issue of you feeling so unmotivated, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.